For New Jersey. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he is met. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap, Fields. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
564, weak.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 2nd down, here's the Wonder. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play action. It's Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Berrios. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Fields throw going into the hands of Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Ball again on second down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Fields throwing again. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break.
as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 4th down, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Uzomah.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
On play action, Fields. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
A give running right is Hall.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
61. Race no travel. Race no travel.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields. He'll get this to Nwangu. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A 14-yard pickup. But it's 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second at 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing. Trailing, Hall has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Ready, ready, ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kene Nwangu. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall again. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And some room to work. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
22.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.